Koopa. It's how I flip my EBT money. Welcome everyone. Just one more little check. I gotta see if I locked my door. Yep. It be locked. Holy fuck, man. Holy fuck. Let's see. We got Dongus Khan, MGTOW Phoenix, Rexus, Postnut. How are you guys? Just gonna post the links really quick here. Man, we got our we got ourselves quite the stream tonight, I'll tell you that much. If this doesn't get me taken down on Twitch, I don't know what will. And I'm actually trying to come up with more creative ways rather than just immediately just saying any slur that pops in my head. Funny, but ultimately maybe not the most productive thing or funniest way to get banned. So we're just gonna wait a little, probably give it like 5 minutes and then we could start proper. But man, throughout Horse Bonanza, right here, this little. Throughout Horse Bonanza, right? I've been seeing so much quote unquote ghetto cuisine on my feed. It's crazy. It's crazy that it all was just barraged at me all at once. It was really funny, but also really concerning. Now granted, it's not like the most like hardcore subject to talk about at the moment. It's ultimately a rather silly one for the most part, though there are some legitimate political consequences for, well, the rise in this stuff. And considering, you know, what's in this stuff, how much grams of sugar are in this stuff, maybe we should be a little worried. Maybe we should just be a little worried. But yeah, it's been ridiculously funny. I can see why you made it a separate topic instead of talking about it on counter propaganda. Yeah, because it wouldn't really, thinking about that stream, it wouldn't really have made much sense, and it's like, oh, I wouldn't really know how to fit it in anyways. It would have been its own, like, separate little thing. And then also the kinds of things we were talking about last night don't really, they don't really fit in with, you know, about how to make your own propaganda to basically subvert the subversion. I don't think me talking about Kool-Aid drenched pineapple spears would have been very productive in that. I like to focus on one single subject for the most part. Oh, but who knows? I have a feeling that I'm glad I have a drink with me tonight. I've already had a few drinks so far. I guess it is kind of like the counter-propaganda stream, where I've already had quite a bit to drink. So this is going to be fun already. And I have another one right here. But, man, I'm over here just like, fuck. This is where our tax dollars are going to. This is where they're going to now, huh? And generally speaking, it's like if this is where our tax dollars are going to, despite there being more egregious examples of this, this is actually not the most egregious example I could think of. I think the most egregious example I could think of is the welfare recipients buying fancy iPhones that they shouldn't be buying. There's all sorts of fraud that's committed in the welfare system all the fucking time. A lot of it goes undocumented. But the things that do get documented are rather absurd. And also the people who are doing the documenting are the fraudsters themselves. They think they found like some infinite money glitch, right? That's how they frame it. But turns out, it's like, no, you're just committing fraud. Literally, everybody who sees like, oh shit, we have a new infinite money hack, and what? It's like, no, you're just committing welfare fraud. Need we remember gender studies in Pakistan? How about 2 million to a T-word comic book in Brazil? Yes, I do remember USAID, the scandal that happened with Doge exposing how much is going to wear. Unfortunately, they couldn't really do much to stop it. Yep, I also need to define it further for fellows like us to take notes on. Which was the purpose of the article. Teaching far-rightists how to do that. Yeah, I see. Oh, man. I'm already getting right into it, aren't I? But, 'tis be time. 'Tis be the time. Okay, anyways, where to begin? Okay, so this is where I first found all this stuff. So I'm just gonna have the videos, I'm gonna have the videos muted, you know, to avoid copyright issues. So this is where I first heard about this. I mean, I've seen the trend prior. I thought it was like, oh, this is just some weird, like, TikTok trend. I didn't think it would be specifically racial in that aspect. But here we have Najia Fox saying, EB-tivities presents the blackest goy slop paid by your tax dollars. We was inventors and shit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100 out of 10.
100 out of 10.
Follow my niggas.
Come on now.
Follow my niggas.
The juice always gonna do it, I'm telling you.
Goodness.
Hey, you can put your juice on some ice, you can mix that shit with some liquor.
I'm mixing some liquor.
The only thing USAID was hiding was the spread of degeneracy and trash, and indeed, Phoenix, indeed. We all know where the money's going to now.
Show us that pineapple.
Oh my god.
I see that. Ooh, that look good too. Oh, you wrong.
Yeah.
What they doing?
That looks fine.
I'm telling y'all, come grab him. Honest review right here.
It's at the fucking gas station.
listen.
Ready.
I'll
Oh
take
my
some liquor.
goodness.
Here comes Daredevil!
Aliana the Star Bar, thank you for the follow.
Watch me.
That's a lot of pineapple spears. To be honest, that's a lot of pineapple spears.
I don't know nobody selling no pineapple to me, boy. Tell them, boy, I'm putting that work in, boy. They real.
Paid for by your tax dollars, people. We all know the majority of those who are on EBT. I think we know, at least us in here know the racial demographics of those who are primarily on EBT. Give you a bit of a spoiler, it's not whitey.
It'd be a crack. Told you. I
Paid
showed
for
you.
by our tax dollars. Lovely. Lovely to see that. You know what the point of EBT is, right? It's not stuff like this. It's not stuff like this for people to, you know, get pineapple spears, flip them for a fucking profit, and make money that way. Start a business basically for free. Oh. Man, oh man. But basically, now what was I saying? All right, I'm already losing my train of thought. This is just getting so ridiculous as it is. That last video. So, anyways, the point of EBT, it's to help poor families get food. It's basically like food stamps. That's what EBT is. It's just food stamps. The intent of food stamps is for people to get, you know, food. Poor people to get food. You know, good food. But as it turns out, the food industry made it so you could also use EBT for their own bullshit. You know, snacks and whatnot. You're not supposed to be doing stuff like this with EBT. This is what would be called fraud. Anyways, let's move on to our next one. And ultimately, actually, perfect segment. It's like, I think there's a reason why we're starting to see a lot of this stuff, like, on here. Damn it, Phoenix. Why can't I buy Henny with EBT? It's essential for my culture. Liquor is one of the few things you cannot buy with EBT. But you could always trade in your EBT stuff for cash. I don't think that's like a loophole or anything. I think that's just something you could do. Could be wrong. But anyways, I think there's also a reason why there's so much of this stuff on the timeline for like everyone as of late. Even if you're like the most hardcore of political commentator who couldn't give less of a shit about something like this. Let's see. But even they're starting to see this stuff. And I think there might be a reason. Let's see. I don't know why. I'll do pickle spears, but untainted. I love pickles too much. That I will never ever violate them with Kool-Aid. Those have been made though, Rexus. They've already been defiled by Kool-Aid. But we'll get to that a little later. But ultimately, here's the reason why I think this is going on. There's been a lot of current events, especially involving that Sikh who murdered a white boy, Henry Novak. That's his name. Do not forget the name of Henry Novak. But I think there is a legitimate angle. There is a legitimate angle to this, even though it's ultimately a meme. This image right here is ultimately just a meme. It's a version of Christoph from the true. Yeah, selling EBT is illegal. Okay, yeah. I was talking about like getting cash from your EBT card or whatever. But yeah, I could see how that's illegal. Rex is cool with the gibberish. On Twitter, my PFP is tacos made with wine and pineapple. Yeah. I see. You can use alcohol for legitimate cooking means. Absolutely. You could use it as like a glaze. You could use booze for a lot of things. There's even raisin rum ice cream. Perfectly fine. But anyways, back to talking about this image here. Basically, I could absolutely see the angle that all this is. I mean, it is a distraction. Let's not be wrong here. This is ultimately all just a distraction. I'm talking about it because it is hilarious. I think it's really fucking funny. But yeah. Basically, why did it give me a stroke, Kreemsicle? Why would they violate and grape pickles like that? I think I'll have an answer for that later on, Rexus. I was gonna say I don't know, but that would be wrong. That would be lying. I do know why. They're trying to make a business, making whatever thing they can, as gross as it sounds. But ultimately, it's like, you know, the caption of distract the retarded goy with pineapple soaked in Kool-Aid. Yeah, it does feel like a distraction. I don't blame him. I don't fucking blame him. Okay, Phoenix, I see. But ultimately, it is a distraction from things that actually need to be talked about. That reason why I'm not talking about them personally is because other people have talked about things in ways that I can't deliver properly. Like, I won't lie, the Henry Novak situation, like, even just bringing it up like now, it's already starting to enrage me. The blatant disregard of the cops, like just the fact that they oh, you got a license for that stab wound, you got a license for that. That's quite literally how that came off to me as. The way that the cops were, they let that kid die, man. They let that kid die. Like in their watch, like Henry was calling for an ambulance. That's what he was doing. Like, he needed an ambulance, and the cops weren't giving him one. They were laughing at him. They were laughing at the poor kid. I've seen the body cam footage. It's fucking horrific. Like I didn't feel this way initially, so to speak, because I was just like, okay, I have to steel myself. I can't get too emotional. Maybe there is something here that others might not have seen, but it's like, no, what everyone else was seeing was absolutely correct. And if you're looking for people who have talked about it in a way that doesn't get fed posty, I'd suggest watching Jake Monroe, like Hangman Lee, Jake Monroe, really any more of a hardcore nationalist than even me. But they're able to keep more of a level head than I am. There's a lot of people. But ultimately, I can see why this is happening. Why this trend of a pineapple soaked in Kool-Aid and it being proliferated everywhere is happening. It's happening. I misspoke for a second. I have not had enough booze. Oh, but let's move on to our next thing. So this is another video that I've seen a lot on the timeline. I think it is hilarious. But I am gonna have to pause the Kmart Wave music so we can actually listen to it. So this is and yes, it is made with AI. I wonder how you can tell it's made with AI. But let's get started. It's from Brain Rot Reels. The viral Kool-Aid pineapple trend takes pineapple spears, adds Kool-Aid, a cup of sugar, crushed Jolly Ranchers, then somehow still calls it fruit. This ain't a snack anymore, it's a science experiment.
Hold up now. Y'all ain't seen these Kool-Aid candy pineapples. They got folks out here acting like straight crackheads over these things. Hey, boy, look at this thing. Everybody keep asking where I got it from. I done sold 3 jars in the gas station parking lot already.
That's the thing, too. Like, this video just shows, like, all the bullshit behind the, oh, hello, Aliana. Is it Aliana or Aliana? But hello and welcome. But yes, already, you know, a lot of these videos, it's just taken. Aliana? Okay. First one, gotcha. Or was it Aliana? Okay, I'm already getting my names jumbled up, I'm sorry. I'm here from the politics tag, gotcha. But basically, a lot of these videos take place in a fucking gas station.
Let's go. Let me show y'all how this madness starts. All you need is pineapple spears, Kool-Aid packets, and enough sugar to make your ancestors nervous. They said use a cup of sugar. A cup? Baby, we ain't making vegetable. Dump the whole damn thing in there. All right, y'all, now watch.
That's actually what I've seen a few videos like that, where they just dump in a shit ton of sugar. I'm just like, what the fuck? It said a cup, not the whole damn bag. And then the Kool-Aid. Oh boy, the fucking Kool-Aid. Your tax dollars at work, people. I know it's an AI video or whatnot, but every time I see somebody making this shit, I just can't help but think it's like, so this is where our tax dollars go to. Just continual cases of diabetes. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
Watch this right here. This when the pineapple stop being fruit and start turning into a controlled substance. Oh, y'all thought we was done? Now, baby. Now we gotta coat it in crushed Jolly Ranchers and activate the diabetes crystals. Look at.
You're an ANCAP, an anarchitty. Do you mean like ANCAP or something? Like anarcho-capitalist?
Everybody out here, whole neighborhood hooked on these radioactive pineapples. Y'all still think this is a snack? You don't care though, right?
Yep. And we are far from done, people. We are far from done with this. Anyways, so this is something I read, actually, I think it was, what was it? No, it was on my birthday. No, not ANCAP. Companies have a natural hierarchy within them. Anarchism is when none is above or below anyone else. Yeah, I know what anarchism is. You'd be hard pressed. I am no anarchist. I'm a monarchist, which means I do value hierarchy. I think it's very important. I think there's a way to do a hierarchy, and we are not doing it right. the way that we're doing things right now, the hierarchy, it's designed to make the nation weak. But anyways, let's see what Emily Yukis has to say here. If you don't know who Emily Yukis is, she's the creator of The Will Stancil Show. She's more known for the Alfred cartoons from back in the day, and she follows me on Twitter, which is awesome. Let's see. Oh, hi, Dusty. How are you? And then Rexus says, I'm surprised I haven't made super duper sour lemon slices using the Warheads candies, and sour wine alcohol, along with extra sugar. When I was a Christian, was Catholic, then Orthodox catechumen before the priest stopped guiding me, then I got into the cult. I was an anarchist still, but because it only made sense that there'd be no king but Christ. I see, that's interesting. Christ is indeed king, my friend. Christ is indeed king. But regarding that and in monarchy, there is such a thing as the divine right of kings. Absolutely, that is a thing in the Orthodox perspective. Is that a lot of the best rule? You know, we do have saints who are kings. Also, I'm a tad quiet. Oh, sorry, I'm probably not close. Here, I could drag my mic a little closer. That's probably why I sound a tad bit quiet. Thank you for that. But basically, let's read the post, shall we? My entire timeline is the radioactive Kool-Aid, Hennessy-infused pickle, pineapple, nerds rope, sour wing, Enwa slop, shape store, Enwa food, monstrosity jars. Dibbiga, Mr. Stancil. Dibbiga, Mr. Stancil. Yeah, I can see why. When you have somebody like Emily who's starting to get this stuff on her timeline, it's like that's how you know it could be it's probably a bit of a psyop. My cousin married a black and they do that to everything. Cereal, Kool-Aid, Jello. Says Dongus Khan. Dusty says, I only added sugar to already terrible cereal when I went stale. Can't afford to waste food. I see. Knowing your situation, I could get that. I totally get that. Oh man, let's see. I would not be surprised if this stuff was to make it into the next episode of the Will Stancil show. I would not be very surprised. Emily's been hard at work making it, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Oh man, next post. Let's see. I don't know why this is already playing. Teaching. My cousin has 2 sisters-in-law. He calls them the 600-pound sisters. 600 apiece. What the fuck? If you want, I might not be able to answer all of them, and because I am talking about some of this stuff right now. But go ahead and ask. But Dongus, that's fucking crazy. Like, the point of EBT is for people to like get things that are actually healthy. Not do shit like this. Teaching people how to make diabetes in a jar.
The viral Kool-Aid pineapples. These go for $20 a pop. Let me show you how to make it from scratch. And we got 4 different flavors, so let's tap in. Cut off the top and the bottom of your pineapples, then you're gonna go around the side just like that. Making sure you get rid of the core, you're gonna cut the outsides. Then you're gonna line your jars with your Kool-Aid. 1/4 cup of sugar in each one, then you're gonna throw your water in that bad boy.
Okay, at least this one actually pours in a cup of sugar. Not the whole damn bag. Rexus says, actually, I probably did the worst thing imaginable with super duper sour lemon slices. I gave them ideas unintentionally. If those become reality, just know it's my fault. How are you gonna ruin pineapple like that? Yeah, good question, Dusty. Good question. Honestly, I'd rather have them getting too fat to walk and do drive-bys, or have sex than making crime and more. We'll just say children. I guess that's something. They're not gonna be shooting each other up or producing more bastard children.
Boy, halfway. Shake that bad boy up. Top it off with a little bit of Hennessy. Pause.
Okay, I actually need to see something for a second. Let's see. How much sugar is in Hennessy? Hennessy, it's cognac, right? No. Okay, 2 grams of sugar. Okay, I see. I see. So there's sugar in there, about 2 grams. Henny, Lamau, I called it. Yeah, you did. We were getting to that.
Then top it off with some more sugar, and you already know this bust.
Okay. I need to do some more check. How many grams of sugar in a cup? So he's pouring in. What the fuck? Bro, 200 grams per cup. Hold on, I should see, of white sugar. Okay, 200 grams. Oh, no. Oh my fucking goodness. That is 4. Okay. One more thing. How many grams of sugar in a Kool-Aid packet? Oh my fucking goodness, that's like 400 something grams of sugar. Oh my goodness, he pours 2 cups in there, in addition to the multiple Kool-Aid packets, and oh my fucking goodness. This is, no wonder why people are getting into diabetic shock with this. That's around 4 pounds of sugar per jar. Fucking kill me. Fucking kill me right now. I mean, people, like, I can see why so many people are just like, and they bite into it, or they have a sip of the liquid, and they're just like, that's a bit much. Donga says he supports this psyop. Do go into why. And how much is in the Henny? So, okay, in a shot of Henny, that's around like 2 grams of sugar. He's probably pouring in about 2, so that's probably like 4. That's still 400 something grams of sugar, and people eat these by the jar! People actually eat these by the jar! Do you know how crazy that is? Wow. Wow. And then this was posted on my birthday too, by the way. This is when I was getting the most of these videos, was on my birthday. I love knowing that I don't think this guy's on EBT, but I have a feeling, yeah, you can use EBT to buy this stuff. I wouldn't be surprised. Just kill me now, lol. Just drink one then. No! I'm being hyperbolic, dongus. I'm being hyperbolic. And Canadian healthcare distilled. Oh my goodness, that.
Oh my goodness! Squidward!
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Plankton. My thoughts exactly. Thank goodness, I haven't been getting these on my Twitter timeline. Maybe you might in the future. But here's something else to know. Apparently, Asmongold, popular Twitch streamer Asmongold, decided to actually make the viral Kool-Aid pineapple. And, well, let's take a look at how that went for him. Bottoms up, boys. Bottoms up.
Fuck it.
You guys notice that he's taking like the fucking Squidward bite, like when he was biting into the Krabby Patty in that one episode? Did you guys notice that? And keep in mind, Asmongold's trying out some of the local cuisine of the black community in Austin, Texas. It's the tiniest fucking bite. Ugh. Look at his face. Look at his fucking face. Oh my goodness. Do you guys know how, like, just how much sugar Asmongold consumes on a daily basis? Do you know how much soda this guy drinks? Like, it makes any of us, like, just, like, be like, what the fuck? He drinks this much? He drinks this, like, this much sugar, and he hates, and when he had water, when he was basically forced to drink water by his chat, he had a similar expression. When Asmongold likes water more than this shit, it's like, oh my goodness, you know it's gonna be bad. Genuine question, how do black people like this stuff? Wait, I'd have the answer to that, but we're gonna have to save that for the very end. And I mean the very end. What kind of subhuman can't drink plain water? He drinks gallons and gallons of soda. Yeah, he does. But this is too much. But this is apparently too much for him. And I know he's having the fucking grape flavor, but still, it's like, ugh, how? Fucking how? And people are basically using our government tax dollars to start their own businesses to make this shit. Then when I take honey and make it into a drink by itself, it's already being used as a fucking cough syrup.
Oh.
Look at that. Listen to that grunt. Ugh.
This is all right. I never liked grape Kool-Aid. I'm gonna be honest. I never did. This only reminds me why. I don't think it's that good. This makes me want to drink water. And if you know me, you would know how bad that means. Absolutely not. The grape one, I'm not about it.
Oh, let's see the red one.
All right, guys.
The viral red one.
I am not. I'm so glad that I spaced this out for 2 days. Let's do it.
Oh, he took the Squidward bite again. You can tell he doesn't like it. He's trying to make it look like he doesn't like it. Ah, man, brought to you by our tax dollars, people. This is the highest form of cuisine that those on EBT are able to make, huh? This is what they call fancy eating. This is what they call fancy eating. He doesn't like it. No, he doesn't like it.
Better than the grape, but the first red one was better. The first red one was definitely better. Yeah. That's survivable. I can survive that. Just eat it? I know.
He takes another little bite. Okay, let's see how he... Oh, he does... I can tell he doesn't like it already. Oh, he doesn't like it. Okay, why would he torture himself like that? I don't know, Rexus. I mean, I guess he wanted to try it. I don't know the full context, but I guess he wanted to try it. If they can get this trash on our tax dollars, why can't I get my Yu-Gi-Oh collection funded? Well, here's the thing. It's all based on an exploit in the system. You see how, like, this is the thing about welfare. It is designed. Well, I don't care. This is already getting extremely racial as it is. It's basically designed for white people, because white people know it's like, okay, if I am on the system right now, I am going to try to get as much nutritious food as I can despite my circumstances. But because we're not in an all-white society, that doesn't happen. And even though blacks are a minority in this country, they're around like what, 14-15% of the population, they are the majority of benefactors on welfare. Tis be the truth. And this is what they take the generosity extended to them by Whitey, and they just say, oh no, yeah, we found ourselves an infinite money glitch. Shit.
Oh my god.
And keep in mind, Asmongold, this guy Asmongold, he loves eating just pure goy slop. That's like his go-to diet, is just goy slop. Welfare is literally designed to be abused at this point, simply to get people to suckle from the government teat and become dependent. Exactly. Oh, fun fact, I know this isn't in America, this is in England. The UK government is giving out more welfare money than it's able to print. Do you want to know who the benefactors of this welfare money goes to? Well, it's not the natives. It's definitely not the natives. Listen, man, I had to basically pull teeth to get any assistance, and I still had to make choices in what I could buy. Most of it was crap and dry bulk goods with some healthy food. Yeah, exactly. Like, considering you are on welfare, Dusty, it's like, no doubt this shit absolutely pisses you off. That's what happens when you import the third world, Kareem. Kareem. Yeah, you're making me sound more Middle Eastern than I am.
God.
More than I know. Yeah, that actually makes a lot
I think
of
the
sense.
first red one that I got was the best one. I think this one, like it was there was too much sugar in it. It's too strong.
Fucking shocking. We'll get as to why everything is so ridiculously filled with sugar a little later on. So that was Asmongold eating the fucking pineapples. He did not like it. For somebody who consumes more goyslop than anyone I know, if he doesn't like it, that should tell you something. But anyways, we are now at the point where even the most hardcore racist cannot make racial stereotypes as much as like black people can about themselves. Watch this.
Trying the pineapple, the Kool-Aid pineapple.
Hey!
$12 small jar, ain't nobody making them like this.
Hey! Oh my God!
What it tastes like?
Ooh! Oh Lord! My God!
Bro. No hardcore racist on earth could come up with something like this. How many grams of white sugar are in a bag alongside Kool-Aid? So I actually looked this up. So the recipe calls for a scoop, but many people will add more scoops than that. And a scoop and a cup of white sugar is around 200 grams. That is a lot. Do you know how much? That is a shit ton of sugar to be adding into anything. There's a reason why you don't want to add that much. But no, apparently that's just what the recipe calls for, is a cup of sugar. Kool-Aid is pure sugar already. Then they're adding in sugar on top of flavored sugar. And not to mention the liquid in the pineapple spears is also sugar. Oh my goodness, it's a fucking AI video. EBT gives me that. Holy shit. Art truly does imitate life, people. It really does. Oh my goodness. Woo. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if she was on some flavor of government welfare. Lovely use of our tax dollars here. Lovely. So we got some memes here. I know for these next two, we got some memes right here. I take a scoop of jam or jelly or preservatives and scoop that into boiling hot water and mix it for a fruit drink. If I want a sweet fruit flavored drink and then cool it with ice. Yeah, that's an actual thing you could do. I'd say that's pretty smart use of your resources. And that will have infinitely less sugar than whatever the fuck this concoction drug is. That's what it is. It's essentially a drug with how much sugar is in there. Let's move on to some memes here for some additional laughs. Okay, we could actually put on the Kmart wave again. So, we have Tony from Tony Michael X. I have a dream. I have a dream that my people will mix in ultra-processed sugar into pineapple spears. And then after that, they're going to add in more cups of sugar. And the way they acquire that sugar and all this other shit is via government welfare fraud. I have a dream that my people will be able to put Hennessy into this stuff as well. I have a dream that I won't be able to witness the collapse of civilization in real time, because in the future I would be assassinated. So I don't have to live any of the consequences of the things I preach and believe. Yeah, that's a real Martin Luther King Jr. speech right there. How well did I do? How well did I do? So, Rexus, it's around like 454 grams of sugar. And none of that gets diluted. Oh wait, I should also see, one more thing, I should also see. How many grams of sugar in pineapple spears with the juice? So, fresh pineapple spears or chunks contain approximately 16 to 16.3 grams of natural sugar. If the spears are canned in natural juice, the sugar content increases to approximately 27 grams per cup due to the absorption of the packing liquid. I don't think, let's see, is that like per serving? So that's 1 cup. That's 1 cup. A spear is probably, like, 1 spear is probably around that. Oh man, I swear, I fucking swear, man. This is totally what MLK Jr. died for. Totally. Even though strawberry jelly and all those other jams are just sugar fruit and added pectin, that's just diluted in boiling water is probably less horrible than a giant thing of Kool-Aid and more sugar. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the kind of quick thinking you do, Dusty, it's like that's kind of how most people kind of expect like EBT or other flavors of welfare to be used. It's like smart, sparingly, and eventually with the intent that you'll get off it. That you will be off government assistance. That's always been the intent of it. But now it's like, nope, not anymore. We got people who are basically hooked on government welfare for life. And considering the standards of living have, again, if this was like in the 1800s, right? The standard of living, these people probably would have died, if I'm being honest. If this was in the 1800s, these people probably would die. But since living conditions and laws are a bit too good in what they do, well, we got this now. And here we got another meme from Adolf Elmer. If you don't know who Adolf Elmer is, he's like a guy. He made an account after, Elmo, got hacked on Twitter, the official Elmo account. And so Adolf Elmer has been carrying the torch ever since. And here we have Floyd's Pineapple Spears and Watermelon Kool-Aid. Made with the real pineapple spears. The taste will take your breath away. And it's made with real fruit, bold flavor, and it's unforgettable. Oh man, yeah. Oh, I bet that's how Asmongold was. He couldn't breathe after eating the grape one. Oh man, I fucking love these memes, man. They're so funny. I think we have another meme, right? Oh, no. Actually, this is how crazy this is getting already. Okay, we can actually take the Kmart wave off. But take a look at this, guys. Big news for the culture. We've scaled the Kool-Aid pineapple operation. New equipment just landed and production costs are down to $5 a jar. Industrialization has finally reached the Kool-Aid pineapple sector. What the fuck? Washing machine? No, you're not, bro. You're not. That's not how they're supposed to be used. What? I couldn't think of anything more ingenious than using fucking washing machines to drench pineapple Kool-Aid. Woo! Oh, what the fuck, man. Let's watch.
So I've been seeing everybody's Kool-Aid pineapple recipe, so let me show you guys how I make mine.
Bro,
first, we start off with the peanut pineapple and the cherry. Let's go ahead and get that up in there. Now, you see that peanut pineapple mixes with that cherry well to make sure that these pineapple slices go in nice and right. Bloop. Let's throw those in there. So as we get that, everybody doesn't like to add that lime and that lemon and get it.
Hold on. Oh, I gotta see how much sugar is in. Keep in mind, this is multiple packets of sugar, Kool-Aid, and water, and sugar and Kool-Aid and water, and sugar and Kool-Aid and water. How many grams of sugar is in a lemon? Okay. Raw lemons contain about 1.5 to 2.5 grams of sugar. Okay. Okay. And he's probably adding multiple lemons. I agree, that poor washing machine, and it's also using the blood of my kind to make this hellish concoction of EBT, hoodnomics, and a certain word I can't say.
It up in it, but I like to do that because it adds a little twang. See, that's the difference between mine and everybody else's. Okay, you see me going with there.
Bro, that's gonna fuck up the washing machine. Like, dude, I don't even want to know how many other chemicals are in that. Like, how did you have... Okay, if you're using your fucking washing machine, your washing machine probably has a bunch of other chemicals in it. Some maybe residual chemicals. And then people drink this? People drink this? And then they don't get sick? Then again, these are the same people who eat fucking soap. So... doesn't surprise me.
That now, I also see people, they add some sugar, but they don't add enough.
What the hell is this?
Your tax dollars at work, people. Your tax dollars at work.
Let's go, whole bag right there. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. That's not enough lemon or lime. Okay, you guys, now let's go ahead and get this ice in there right there. Okay, we add that ice in.
Why? Oh, okay, why are you adding ice? That's gonna break up the machine. It's not meant... The washing machine is not meant to break chunks of ice, even if it's being melted by the liquid. No, I don't... This is too serious to be a joke, Rexus. This is way too serious to be a joke.
In there, because we want it nice and cold to make sure we maintain...
I fucking put his hand in there. I don't want to know what was on his hands. Does this guy... Yeah, okay, I think I said the wrong name. Dusty, does this guy not understand you could use a bit pot to stir up fruit and boil to make a healthy drink? No, that's way over. I don't even... Okay, we need to do more math, shall we? How many grams of sugar are in a bag of sugar? You can find at the supermarket. Hi, Raisin, how are you? The amount... Woo! 900 grams! 900 grams! And he's pouring in a bunch of bags of this shit. He's pouring in bags of sugar. I don't even want to know how many bags of sugar have been poured into this. The fucking sugar content is... Oh my goodness. I don't think you could... I think one drop... If you were to lick this guy's fingers, I think you get type 2 diabetes. Genuinely. You'd probably get type 2 diabetes, and he sells this shit. He's selling diabetes triggers.
Safety temperatures because it's a little warm out here. But here in a second, these right here are going to absorb all that Kool-Aid, and you guys will literally see my...
What the hell is this?
Our tax dollars at work, people. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Our tax dollars are going to this guy just dumping it, just making diabetes concoctions. That's what they're going to. And yet, every time I try to bring that up, it's like, oh, where EBT is just clearly being exploited. Wow. I always got flack for that. I'm glad I don't get as much flack now compared to back then. But apparently there are people who are praising this shit. Ironically or unironically, I don't fucking know, man. This seems to be genuinely like, oh, this is a good thing. Black people making diabetes concoctions is a good thing. Cream, you should have had me speak to your friends. I should have. Yeah, maybe I should have. I didn't know you at the time, though. You're laughing in pure horror, Rexus? Tampa is full of entrepreneurs. I love my city. Wow, yeah, right. Well, fraudsters are totally entrepreneurs. But fucking look at this image right here. Tammy Kool-Aid Pineapple. Tammy Kool Pineapple's a masterclass. Learn the viral recipe and start getting paid. I don't just teach. I help you profit. Only $150.
What the hell is this?
$150 to learn how to like exploit the EBT system. Hey girl, you put the sugar in the water and add the purple stir and then you toss in the pineapples, baby. Shit. This class is for you if you want extra income. You love making treats. I'm getting my words all minced up. You are ready to start a business fast. You tired of missing out. Wow, I totally trust this marketing, guys. I totally do. Kool-Aid pineapples. Kool-Aid pickles. Remember the time when blacks poured soap, shampoo, and other... Yes, we are going... Rexus, do not jump ahead. We are going to be talking about that. About that exact phenomenon. Of why people don't use chicken on the... soap on their chicken. We're going to talk exactly about that. Wow. So... I got some bad news for you guys. Looks like Whitey is starting to hop on the trend. James Slammerin, aka More Light. Okay, so I'm some Bitcoin guy. Time for white boys to colonize this here funky juice and freak food phenomenon. Buckle up for cultural appropriation summer, fellas. It's gonna be hot. Show you how much I love you, trying to show you how much. Fucking hell. Look at this shit right here. Ah, he dipped the fucking weird coated chicken wing. That's not Nashville hot, my friends. That is that's like some sweet some sweet flaky thing with a bunch of red 40 in it, and he's dipping it into the fucking Kool-Aid jar. Ah! Bro. Has irony posting gone too far now? Now, and these are the same guys. We got the fruit punt, pea mango, dig green apple, raspberry lemonade. It's just a bunch of Aponic tribe speak. Holy shit. Fruit punt, like I said already. Strawberry lemonade, midberry motherfucker, midberry. What is this?
Fruit punch go crazy. This my new flavor I just dropped today. The peach mango. The green apple, blue raspberry, lemonade. This fruit punch, like I said already. This strawberry lemonade right here. Yeah, peach mango here. Yeah. Let me get you a call right there. That's all that mixed berry. I forgot I had the mixed berry motherfucker. Hell yeah, that motherfucker hit too. Yeah, everybody fuck with that mixed berry. So you want that? I got you right here, twin. Now you good? That's yeah, mixed berry. Kinda get right there. Oh, and you got a call, one twin. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is true, Raisin. That is very true. White people didn't invent fried chicken. No, I'm not watching this. Come on, Rexus. You're going to miss out on some of the base political commentary. But, man, something like this. I'm going to be very serious here. I will put on the Kmart wave again, though. Something like this can only exist when a society is, like, has basically essentially no problems, no real problems left. This can only exist. It's not out of anything of like a struggle or whatever, right? This is pure societal excess right here. Something like this. This is a clear-cut sign that we are living in a society of excess. The fact that people are able to make this stuff, and it's so easily accessible, you know, the ingredients and the end product itself, it's like, that's a warning sign. That is a warning sign that we are living in a culture of excess. Let's see. We got something from Polymarket here. It seems like now, this has grown beyond just like single solitary spears of like pineapple or slices of pickles. Creators of the viral Kool-Aid pineapple snack are now expanding the product line with Kool-Aid applesauce. Wow. Okay, we got more things to look up. And of course there's more sugar in... Fucking course. How... It is in a jar. A 1 cup serving of applesauce contains approximately 24 to 25 grams of sugar. And then commercially sweetened varieties can contain significantly more, with a 1 cup serving potentially holding 36 grams or more of sugar. For reference, the American Heart Association recommends limiting added sugars to no more than 25 grams for women and 38 grams for men a day. So let's see, if we take a look. Okay, I can't exactly get a good read. But this is adding more sugar! This is, I don't like this. This is Kool-Aid applesauce. We're doing this now. Let's see. Anyone remember the Boondocks episode where Robert opened his own soul food restaurant, makes the most diabetes-inducing foods like the Luther Burger, and poisons the whole neighborhood's health with it? Literally that, but Kool-Aid pineapple jar. Bro, I'm so glad somebody else brought up this reference to the Boondocks. It's like, the whole point of the Boondocks is to satirize black culture, right? That's kind of the point of it. And apparently, the black community did not get the memo. That show was aimed to making fun of them. And keep in mind, the Boondocks was made by a black guy, Aaron McGruder. Guy had like the primordial case of black fatigue before anybody else had it. Crazy. And again, you could get stuff like Mott's and Great Value granulated sugar and even Kool-Aid with EBT. Lovely, I know. Lovely. They make it all too easy. And you get to just flip, you just get to flip money. It's easy money flipping. Via fraud. Next one. Oh no. Oh, guys. What? Look at that. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? The sour atomic meat plate. What? What is this? What is this shit? What is this? It does, Raisin, it does. It looks like, I don't know, like shit from a nuclear power plant.
Then strangers try my new sour.
What is this price?
Then strangers try my new sour.
That's almost $200 for delivery. How is no? That is not worth $200, let alone $80. What the fuck? This is outright scam shit right there. And this is not like $1.99 for like across the state like across state lines delivery. This is like probably inner city delivery. What the fuck? And I agree, Dusty, it is a scam.
Sour blue taki meat plate. Let's get it.
Yeah. This guy's like on some substance while he's recording this. I'm mincing my words pretty badly too. You could already tell I've been drinking a little bit already. But what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
For you, boy. Yes, sir, boy.
Try that sausage right there.
You know it, man. Oh, this shit good as fuck.
How can you eat that? I think this is even more of goy slop than the fucking Kool-Aid jars. What the hell?
Fuck, like, bro, you really did your thing with this shit.
Yeah.
And I see the
Try the chicken. Try the chicken, nigga.
Try the chicken.
Then strangers try.
Oh, he didn't eat the chicken. He didn't fucking eat the chicken. Oh my goodness, what the fuck? What the hell? It was so bad. They had to threaten his life to eat it. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who picked up on the green dot. It's like, no fucking way. It's like, it looks like this guy was held at gunpoint to eat this. Ghetto culture will be remembered as a cesspool of degeneracy, diabetes, and lewdness. And fraud. Let's not forget fraud. What the fuck, man? What are we doing as a society? What are we doing, man? What are we doing? You know, if I was king, right? If I was king, this shit would be illegal to do. You are not to be adding everything. You are not to be doing stuff like this. Just combining random shit and a bunch of chemicals and sugar. It's like, no. There is limits. There are limits to what you could put in. And of course there'd be no more Red 40, Blue One Lake, Yellow 2, all the other fake food synthetic dyes. There would be none of that in my monarchy. And of course there would also be punishments for scamming people. The death penalty, that's a start. That's fitting. And I agree, Raisin. I was gonna say something a bit too much for Twitch. But anyways, let's get to more ghetto cuisine. Kool-Aid pineapple is one thing. This is from Pagliacci They Hated. Kool-Aid pineapple is one thing, but did you know black people have such high rates of anemia that a lot of them develop amyloidophagy, which is extreme cravings for raw cornstarch. Let me look this up. I feel like anemia. I know what anemia is, but we're just looking it up for our definition's sake. Anemia is a blood disorder characterized by a reduction ability of the blood to carry oxygen, resulting from low red blood cell counts, low hemoglobin, or abnormal hemoglobin function. Oof. Yeah, not good. Not good. Now, let's look up the other thing. Oh, that's pica! Amyloidophagy is a specific subtype of pica, an eating disorder characterized by the compulsive craving and consumption of raw, purified starches, such as cornstarch, laundry starch, uncooked rice, or pasta. It is distinct from general pica because it specifically involves starchy substances, and it's often driven by taste rather than texture. Yeah, I used to eat... I might have had that when I was a kid. I liked raw pasta quite a bit. Oh boy. Which is extreme cravings for raw cornstarch, and now they're selling flavored cornstarch chunks as a snack. They're calling it Ghetto Crunch.
Ghetto Crunch. Don't you worry about it. Running out because it ain't gonna happen. Fruit punch, OG original, lightly toasted. I got cotton candy and watermelon, they running through it. I got grape, ain't even been bust. Cookies and cream, ain't even been bust. Might just let it go.
The fuck is this guy saying? I could hear vague words of like, oh, cookies and cream, and you know, cotton candy. And he's just babbling. He's just fucking babbling.
Oh.
Place them orders.
Sell cornstarch chunks, you guys, that's what it is. Bags full of it. Fruit punch. What this is right here. Pink lemonade. Cotton candy watermelon. Original. Come on, man. You can't buy me out. You can't do it.
Apparently, that's a good song. Oh, Christ in Combat by Powerwolf. Okay, I see. Looks like Coke to me. Kinda does, but apparently it is not cocaine. It is not cocaine. My fucking goodness. So we are again. This is only possible. This is only possible in a society that is so that lives in so much excess that you could do stuff like this and not have a wellness check on you. And the quote post is, "You cannot factually describe the black people Kool-Aid pineapple situation to normies without sounding like you're in the KKK." Yeah, exactly. Oh no. It just gets worse, guys. It just gets worse. And just for having interacted with this one video, I've now been thrown into the abyss that is black people food reels. And believe me when I say, the most racist person in the world could not conceive of what is happening here. Again, we are just witnessing. I keep repeating myself here because it is necessary. It is necessary that I repeat myself here. This can only happen when a first world society lives in so much excess that something like this is possible.
Just when you thought a hoe couldn't Kool-Aid nothing else.
Kool-Aid kiwis.
This is what it takes to run the fucking world.
Get the whole palette when we come through, so we finna get the whole palette.
We finna get the whole palette.
Bought with your tax dollars, folks. Yeah, Costco accepts EBT if you didn't know.
Got the Kool-Aid pineapple jars for you. Look, they ain't $20 either. They $12.
Wow, what a steal. What a steal. What the fuck is this shit? And like I see a burger coated in like hot Cheetos stuff. Like, this is the kind of stuff like Devour Power would eat. What the hell? Show me as I go.
What the fuck? Hey, listen. Now that I got your attention.
Boy, I got the hibachi grilling.
What?
What the hell is this?
What am I watching right now, guys? What the fuck am I watching?
All right, y'all, let's get.
Bro, this is what got me. It was this right here. I thought this was a shit post. I thought it was like AI of the cool deans. It was the fucking cool deans. These are what's known as cool deans. Sardines in Kool-Aid. In fucking Kool-Aid. This is how crazy this is getting. We are now at Cool Deans. What's next? Cool Getty and Meatballs. Are we at that point now where it's fucking Cool Getty and Meatballs? Sardines are already a foul food item. Yes. They're like oh my goodness. They are like a poor man's source of protein. You might have to eat them if you're trying to get protein if you're really poor, but it's like, who would want to eat the fucking Cool Deans? Who would want to do that? I thought this was a shit post. I thought maybe like the guy I first learned this from, like I think it's like Not So Cool Gnosis, GNOSIS. But I see these are actually real and it's not white people doing this. I thought this would have just been a shit post. No, it's real. The Cool Deans are real.
Get into these Kool-Aid sardines. Here you go.
Yeah, Kool-Aid and Kool-Aid pickles.
Alright, y'all boy, today we have our pineapple spear.
What? Look at the fucking price! Look at the price on this shit. It's like, why? But even with the prices as they are now, there is no reason to be charging $50 or $36 for this shit. No reason to. And I eat sardines not because I like them. I eat them because they're cheap and the quality of protein is great. They're ripping off other black people. Yes. Yes, Dusty, yes. This is something they do in their culture quite frequently. So, imagine this. Imagine this for a second. You have a society of only white people. Hell, we could even reduce it down to only white men. And then you have a society of black people. What's the end goal? What are the end goals of that? What is each society gonna look like? You know, constantly undercutting each other is not a good sign for developing a civilization. It really isn't. Or overcutting in this case. Ah, damn, Raisin, that sucks. Did you get like a tetanus shot because of that?
Yo, these gonna be the pineapples and a banana dipped in straight Kool-Aid, boy. Yo, my guys over here.
What the hell is this?
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Boiled hot dog water lemonades. No fucking way. Kill me now. Fucking kill me now. You know, hot dogs are also a pretty cheap, decent source of protein, and you can make them taste good too. But this is not how you make a hot dog taste good. No, this sounds like rank. And you're advertising outside of an actual restaurant. I don't know if you're the owner. I don't feel like giving that plausible deniability to you.
Q's Culinary just dropped these brand new.
Okay, no, it's the restaurant that's doing this? It's the fucking restaurant? I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line we would find out when societies collapse, the cuisine also goes down with them. Fucking hell. Actually, let me look this up. I might be onto something. Did culinary standards get worse when Rome was falling? Okay, so it's just maybe a correlation. Rather, the complex, expensive, and exotic cuisine of the aristocracy decline. Okay, yeah. It's kind of a yes. Kind of a yes. Granted, we're not... I think this is different than Rome, because at least there's still, like, such thing as, like, actual fancy cuisine. But all this shit that's being documented right now, you could tell it's like no sane civilization would ever come up with something like this. Which just shows that we live in fucking clown world.
Drinks, and they're about to take over in the city. These are the boiled hot dog water lemonades.
Y'all ain't never seen a rotisserie chicken spicy bowl, the Eritrean way, the Midwest way, big rap.
Is that a whole ass rotisserie chicken in like that seafood broil stuff?
Big grabs.
So we're gonna make some butter Kool-Aid and some lemon Kool-Aid.
What did that bitch say?
So we're gonna make some butter Kool-Aid.
Butter Kool-Aid. Butter Kool-Aid. Oh my fucking goodness. How? How? How?
Kool-Aid and some lemon Kool-Aid.
Go ahead and put it. This all.
Oh my goodness! Squidward!
Nah, we ain't doing this.
We are not done. We are not done here, people. We are not done. My goodness. I make hot buttered rum by boiling water, butter, black rum, and allspice, brown sugar, and cinnamon, and letting it cool. Why does that actually sound like not ghetto?
Sauce unmatched. We about to dig in. She said no.
Fuck is that?
I'm too excited. You don't even know.
Oh my goodness! Squidward!
Is that... No fucking way. Is that Fruity Pebbles? What kind of hellish concoction is this? Being made with our tax dollars.
That's all you gotta do is say that one time, okay?
Ugh. That video at the end of the fucking rabbi, that's hilarious. Oy vey, guys, a little psyop is waking. Instagram is, oh, hold on. Instagram is now exposing me to things I don't think people from other races were ever meant to see. What do you mean you're selling EBT octopus chip dip in a hair gel bucket with shampoo sauce at the back of a wig store?
Look at that, yo. Drenched, seasoned.
Oh, bro. I hope they at least cleaned it out thoroughly. If you're gonna be doing shit like this, you at least have to, I don't know, clean it thoroughly. Cyanide and neurotoxin are less deadly than the stuff being showed here, says Rexus. No, that would require work, man, says Dusty. Of course it would. Black people are notoriously lazy. Shocking.
Look, and we're gonna destroy you.
And other black people have called this kind of shit out too. Look up, if you know who Andre Williams is, great guy, check him out. He talks about a lot of this shit too. And it's like, you don't, like, he probably would be like, you don't even clean out you don't even clean the damn hair gel bucket out properly. And you're just making this kind of shit. It makes all of us look bad, and it makes us look bad to the rest of the world. This isn't culture. This is just foul. That's what he would say for a fact. Andre Williams is black, by the way, if you didn't know.
With the lobster tail.
What? These people are getting lobster? Are you fucking kidding me? No. Why are people with EBT getting lobster?
Out the eco bucket. Baby, tap in. Come here and get the best spicy though.
So when I rate it out of 10, you might as well add another 0 to the end of that month.
Ow. With the shampoo sauce. They about to be overly.
I can guarantee you that that shampoo bottle was not clean. There are still chemicals. There are still chemicals in, lingering chemicals in that shampoo bottle. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what? Went right.
I get equally grossed out when I see videos of like Asian people just eating like just squid alive or octopi alive. That's fucking gross to me. I'm having the same reaction to seeing that as I am watching this. The octopus isn't even alive.
It's so tender and juicy. And it's bursting with flavors.
R-E-T-I-N-B-O, bitch.
Define bursting with flavor. Define bursting with flavor.
Nah, we ain't doing this.
Yeah, define bursting with flavor. Define bursting with flavor. Shampoo, lingering shampoo, and cleaning product. Oh my goodness, I fucking can't. But we must continue. We must continue for the final episode, for the final stream of Horse Bonanza. Matt Forney, let's see what he has to say about
there, yo.
What we just saw. Captioned, literal Star Wars cantina shit. Yeah, we'll watch that as a palate cleanser, alright, Dusty? We'll watch that as a palate cleanser. Can somebody please fucking explain why black people are obsessed with eating soap? The Ghetto Crunch has Irish Spring in it. Irish Spring is soap. This woman is pouring shampoo in a hair gel and shampoo into a hair gel jar to season her octopus mystery sauce chip dip. And we all know they wash their chicken with bleach. You see, now we're finally getting to the more interesting stuff here. With the with the bleach. With the bleach. Yes, it is true. Black people very more often than not actually do run they put like the chicken in like a little colander or whatever, and then they just drench it in like fucking soap or bleach, and it's just like the way you get rid of something like salmonella or other diseases is not by drenching it in bleach. You cook it. That's what you pat it down, right? You don't want all the juices of the chicken that would actually fuck up with the grilling process or the cooking process. Pat it down, put some oil on a pan, put it on the said fucking pan, and when it's fully cooked let's see, I believe it's 165 degrees for chicken. It is 165. Oh, I was right. 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, hi, Mykola. How are ya? It is 165 at the bare minimum for chicken to be cooked. The reason why that's the case, you won't have to worry about diseases. If you do that, you don't need to run it through bleach or to put soap on your chicken. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? You're not supposed to be eating soap. Why people don't season their chicken? It's Lowry's seasoned soap. Let's see. I saw a scientific-ish explanation. They tend to have sickle-shaped red blood cells. These cells are impervious to malaria, but suck at transporting oxygen. Lack of oxygen causes pica, which is literally a malfunction of the part that craves food, causing hunger for shampoo. Yeah, they literally... You're supposed to just rinse it with cold water. You don't even need to do that, Dusty. All like the... It's better that you pat it before you grill it. That's a better way to get rid of like impurities or whatever. I don't think impurities is the correct word, but you know what I mean. Just so everything cooks nicely. And guess what? When something is cooked, you don't have to worry about getting foodborne illnesses. Because you cooked it properly. If you're really having trouble with cooking chicken, just get an air fryer. The chicken actually still comes out pretty juicy, even when you put it in for a bit of time. And also, you don't need to worry about you might want to check the temperature of it a few times before you kind of nail it down. But you'll actually get some good results. I can promise you that. Yeah, you could also buy pre-made tendies. Fry them up in some good old beef tallow. Now let's see. So reminder, 55 billion of wealth confiscated from the productive class every year goes to kidney dialysis. What is kidney dialysis? Let's look it up for those who don't know. Kidney dialysis. Dialysis is a life-sustaining treatment for kidney failure, end-stage renal disease that artificially filters waste, toxins, and excess fluid from the body when natural kidney function drops below 15%. It serves as a form of renal replacement therapy, typically initiated when patients experience severe symptoms like nausea, fatigue, or fluid overload. What could be causing that, I wonder? Let's see. We're gonna watch. You see, this is why I'm not a white supremacist, people. But by definition, I'm not a white supremacist. Because I see white people doing shit like this, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? What the actual fuck?
Pineapple.
Also, I'm not full white, so I can't be by definition.
It's funny that you.
I know what he's gonna be snacking on tonight.
You know, it's funny that you.
You wanna try that juice?
He usually doesn't like pineapples.
No?
Geez, shocker. I wonder why he doesn't like pineapples, knowing the size of this kid. Like, no kid should be looking like this. No kid should be looking like this. This is not good for the kid. Childhood obesity. Want me to look up the problems childhood? Okay, I'll fucking do that right now. I'll look up the problems child obesity can lead to in later in life. Let's look that up right now. We got an article here from Cleveland Clinic. Let's take a read, or a quick read. The long-term effects of childhood obesity. Early weight gain can lead to health issues like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Obesity doesn't just bring up immediate health concerns for children with excess body fat. It brings worries for the future too. Early obesity establishes a pattern that can lead to a lifetime of weight and health challenges. Kids who carry extra pounds are at more risk of developing chronic, life-altering medical decisions as they grow up. Remember when Looney Tunes predicted the air fryer in the 40s? I did not know they did that, Mykola. I did not know. You want to know the opposite of childhood obesity? Malnutrition. Yeah. That's something that EBT was designed to stop, is childhood malnutrition. And wouldn't you know, even though people are getting calories, they are malnourished. That's why a lot of, in addition to the addictive chemicals in our food, wouldn't you know, being malnourished causes you to eat more. Even if you're already, like, overweight, you could still be malnourished. And that's also true. That's also true, Dusty. At this moment, that's a stark reality for what's ahead for more than 160 million young people around the world living with obesity. That figure includes more than 14.7 million children in the United States. These numbers, and don't even get me started, it's like 1 in 3 people in the United States, I think it's like 1 in 3 people in the United States are obese, are some flavor of obese. Like, keep in mind, these people don't work out, so, and as we all know, muscle weighs more than fat. So, these people are not muscular. They don't exercise. They are truly obese. These numbers continue to grow, fueling talk of an obesity epidemic among our youngest generation. Childhood obesity now qualifies as the most common chronic disease affecting youths. And then we could learn more, blah blah blah. So when is a kid considered to have obesity or overweight? I think that's poorly worded. That's an assessment made using the BMI plus a BMI for age and sex growth chart, according to Dr. Alkaled. BMI uses a ratio of height and weight measurements to estimate body fat. BMI is good, as long as you're not active. I should let you know. As long as you're not living, once you start lifting weights and you bulk and cut a few times, yeah, BMI is not totally accurate. Because you can be overweight, right? But a lot of the excess weight is in muscle. It doesn't have to necessarily be fat. Children whose BMI places them in the 95th percentile or above on the growth chart are considered to have obesity. Placement in the 85th to less than 95th percentile qualifies as experiencing overweight. Using the chart makes the determination process different from the BMI-only method used for adults. Without regard to age or sex, there is not an absolute BMI number that defines obesity in children, clarifies Dr. Alkaled, yeah. Instead, we plot the BMI value on certain curves for males and females. Based on where that point lands, we can define obesity or overweight. It should be noted too that obesity is a complex chronic disease. Many factors, including genetic, social or economic status, huh? Gee whiz. Let's go back. I think it was this one. What social or economic factors? If things actually functioned, somebody who is poor and is on welfare should not be looking like this. The Fuamoko, huh? Yeah. Somebody who is in poverty should not be looking like this. So, bullshit for social status and economic means. Bullshit. You could absolutely get access to healthy foods, even if you're on EBT. You just don't want to. You don't know how to make things taste good because you're so used to eating a bunch of ultra-processed salt and sugar. and soap. And other cleaning products for some reason. Contribute to why some children gain more weight than others. It's not as simple as just...
I am so sick of that stupid bitch! Blabbing prissy little skank!
It is largely food intake and activity levels. 80% of weight gain, 80%, if you're trying to lose weight, change your diet. Change your fucking diet. And how much you eat. And then, once you start getting your diet down, improve your diet, then you could start, going on short walks. And this is talking about somebody, if you're like chronically, like really obese, right? Change your diet, eat less of what you're eating right now, but eventually move on to healthier foods. And then add some physical activity there. Start going on walks, or better yet, go swimming. Swimming actually helps with dealing with load-bearing joints. That is a very real thing. You're probably asking, what does this have to do with politics? And the answer is nothing. What I'm talking about right now has nothing to do with politics. This is something anybody on any end of the political spectrum can do. And this is something that should be available for everybody on the political spectrum. If anything, it should be the junk food that's more expensive, but again, if we were living in a sane society, that would be the case. The poor should actually have access to decent quality meat. And I think it would actually be a better use of our tax dollars if we actually funded some people's gym memberships. If you are obese, you should be legally required to go to a gym. Start eating better. So you could eventually get off government assistance. Another reason why, these people get so fat is so they can stay on welfare. The food industry is facilitating this fraud. So let's get into the side effects. So let's look into heart health first. Excess weight can take a toll on the heart, forcing it to work harder to circulate blood around a larger body. Obesity can also fuel heart disease risk factors such as high blood pressure, hypertension, and high cholesterol. Regarding cholesterol, right? You want the good cholesterol, not the bad one. And a lot of doctors tend to lie about what good cholesterol actually is. You could get good cholesterol from eating meat, red meat, good quality red meat. Early obesity increases the risk of heart issues later in life. A 2023 study found that kids with higher BMI are 40% likely to experience cardiovascular disease in adulthood. Those same researchers reported, but horse orange, didn't the painter encourage the famous soda pop Fanta? Well, then again, you have to think about it like this at the time. Fanta from the 1930s, right? Probably had a lot less sugar and was not nearly as processed and industrialized as it is now. You could probably find the ingredients list of Fanta back in the 30s compared to now. The difference is night and day. I actually did not know that, Dusty. Those same researchers reported that children with multiple obesity-related risk factors such as high BMI, high blood pressure, or high cholesterol could have up to 9 times greater risk of a heart attack or stroke. When you tie all these factors and complications together, they could lead to heart diseases in the future, says Dr. Alkalid. They are very closely linked. Gee whiz, I wonder why. Diabetes. Your body breaks down the food you eat into glucose, sugar, to provide the energy you need to power through the day. Insulin, a hormone made in your pancreas, plays a key role in regulating this process. Obesity can lead to insulin resistance, meaning your body doesn't respond as it should. This can lead to high blood sugar levels, hyperglycemia, and the development of diabetes. Do you know what hyperglycemia is, fellas? Do you know what that is? Yeah, you're like, it means that essentially you're gonna feel a lot more tired throughout the day if you don't have bumps of sugar. Hint for everyone thinking about doing keto. You really shouldn't, because ketosis damages your liver long term. Yeah, you should try to, like that said, I mean, personally, I don't really eat many, like, leafy greens anymore. There's actual problems with that. Like, just, you're not meant to be eating leafy greens. But that said, you can't be avoiding everything green. Yeah, balance your starches and sugar intake. Increases the diagnosis of childhood diabetes have mirrored the rise in obesity, notes Dr. Alkaled. Research shows that children with obesity are more likely to develop lifelong diabetes than those with lower BMIs. Shocking. Early onset diabetes also increases the risk of heart disease, as well as complications like kidney disease, eye disease, and nerve damage. Yeah, there's a reason why a lot of obese people say they can't see all that well. Maybe this has something to do with it. Let's see. No. Yeah, I don't think this woman can see all that well, if I'm being honest. Obesity at an early age creates an inflammatory environment that appears to suppress the body's ability to ward off cancer later in life. And if you're morbidly obese, you are in a constant state of hyperinflammation. That's not good, by the way. Study shows that higher BMI during childhood may increase the risk of breast cancer, colon cancer, Hodgkin lymphoma, leukemia. Very fun diseases, I bet. I bet they're very fun to have. I see, Dusty. You'll be back? The problem is leafy greens have, like, anti-nutrients. So, like, eat fruits. Eat fruits, man. That's better. That's actually better for you. You'll actually get a lot more nutrients from eating the fruits than you would of, like, leafy greens. That's also a fact. I know, so the horse orange saying to eat fruit, but I could actually be serious for a moment, believe it or not. Mental health. Carrying extra weight doesn't just take a physical toll on a person. There's a mental one too. Research shows that children with obesity are 32% more likely to have depression than children at a healthier weight. This elevated risk of depression carries over into adulthood too, says Dr. Alkaled. Excess weight also can also lead to low self-esteem, eating disorders. Yes, binge eating. Obesity is basically just binge eating disorder personified. That's what it is. It's binge eating disorder. But it could also lead to other eating disorders as well. You know, bulimia. It's like if you're trying so hard to lose weight, you just start vomiting every time you eat, and that's not good for you. It has been found that children with obesity may have a very poor quality of life, even poorer than kids with cancer, shares Dr. Alkaled. It can have a very negative impact on mental health. Yeah. So, when I see this kid right here, and I see what his parents are doing and letting him eat, I can't help but get mad. I really can't help it. It's a fucking problem, man. And our politicians, you know, as much as I talk about the Israel lobby, if there's any other lobby that really loves to do the whole lobbying thing, it would be the food industry. Absolutely. Food companies have way too much power in this country. They really do. I will say that is something I could absolutely get into in another stream. I don't think it's entirely fitting for here, but it is certainly relevant, and definitely keep that in mind for the future.
It's good. I think it tastes pretty.
That'd be good. That poor kid, he's gonna have some real issues in life. But now, so it seems like a fellow VTuber beat me to the fucking punch on this. Punch. Kool-Aid. Fruit punch. Ha! I'm funny. I know. But let's see what Kirsha's reaction to this bullshit is. Considering, you know, she's also a little bit overweight herself. I've seen what she looks like. She's overweight. She's fat. Sorry to break the news to ya.
Banapple spear.
Banapple
These gonna be the
spear.
pineapples and
Wait, banapple spear. Hold on. They're putting bandmen in the fucking pineapple jars now? Is that sanitary? Is that okay? I'll eat the band milk, suspended pineapple.
Yeah, she's also talking about permaband here. You know, bandman. Yeah, I follow her. Don't exactly like her, but I follow her. But yeah, I wonder what Foxu's further thoughts on this are. Is she even able to piece together what I've been able to piece together so far? Or would that be racist for her, quote unquote?
Apples.
Yeah, but it seems like now this whole thing has reached us political VTubers. I'd love to see what some of your guys' thoughts on this are. But we're almost done here. We're almost done. You used to distill your water until your machine broke. I see, Mykola. So here we actually have the perspective of a black man here. As you can see in his bio, just an NWA on the internet. So let's actually watch the video first from Kittenwaffen. The newest trend in the hood is cereal-coated chicken wings with blue waffles. You couldn't pay me enough to try this radioactive meal. Excuse me.
All right, give me your honest review now.
I was unexposed to this until you started streaming about it, Kreemsicle. Oh yeah, of course I would. You could thank me later, Rexus. Okay. Not gonna lie, I thought the red stuff was like some spicy thing. It's cereal. Motherfucker, it's cereal. That's disgusting.
I fuck with it. Yeah. 10 out of 10. For sure.
Shit. Wait, guys, did you catch that? Did you catch the beeping noise? Don't fucking tell me you didn't hear that. Don't you fucking tell me you didn't hear that. I heard the beeping noise. I heard the smoke alarm beep. Did you guys hear that?
Which one? Try one.
Chirp. The African American ceiling bird. Lovely. Yeah. Or is it the African ceiling bird or the American ceiling bird? Whatever.
That shit nasty.
Okay, he actually has a sense of taste, I could tell. Because he said that shit's nasty. Yeah, I think I would hate that too. Look, sweet and savory can work. Don't get me wrong, but this is not how you do sweet and savory. But my man right here has some taste buds.
Alright, give me your...
But let's read what Nurgle has to say. Being a black man is weird because these people are as alien to me as they are to whites. I have never seen shit like this before. My parents weren't perfect, but they did everything in their power to shield me from this kind of NWA tree, and I am forever grateful. Good. Seems like you actually had parents in your life. Yeah, I could also think that a lot of this stuff is like just pure fatherless behavior. It's just like, because think about it, it's like, just mash everything together that you like. Just mash everything sugary and salty that you like, and that's cuisine. I don't think that's very grown up. And knowing that, you know, people raised without father figures tend to turn out like this, well, yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. Let's see. Revenant says, there's powerful NWA at Wake. That's a good old Uncle Ruckus quote. And here we have the consequences of just everything we've seen thus far and then some. When they say America doesn't build stuff anymore, show them this. Taxpayer money has been building bigger black women since EBT was crafted. Looking like Kirby and I Have a Dreamland. Fucking hell, look at this. How do you get so big? How the fuck do you get that big? Don't get me wrong, I've seen a lot of fat-ass white women too. It's not necessarily just a black thing, but this is extremely common in the black community. Like, I guarantee you, if anything, you'd probably be able to find, like 2 out of 3 women in the black community are probably morbidly obese, or some flavor of obese. That wouldn't surprise me very much if that were the case. Again, the statistics in general is like 1 in 3 people are obese. It doesn't dive into like racial demographics. Get me out of this historical phase. I feel you, my Enwa. I feel you. But man, oh man, oh man. I wonder where a lot of the source of this bullshit comes from. Well, wouldn't you know, we have it right here. So let's take a look at some of the media stuff here. Oh no. So here we have, hey homie, pass me the blue raspberry chitlins.
Oh, bro. Oh, brother. What he made.
Your tax dollars at work, people. You love to see it. You fucking love to see it. Now, what's this?
For y'all.
Raw onion Kool-Aid packet.
Right about to smell like hella shit and Kool-Aid, bro. Her shit about to smell like hella shit and Kool-Aid. Word to my mother, and I'm my wife and
I don't really understand the Ebonic tribe speak here, but I do understand that he's even disgusted by what he just saw. What the fuck, man? It's this hood plates, and all this guy does is just post slop like this, and just, oh, it's so disgusting, man. So disgusting.
Where all my scamming ass niggas at? Spending that money fast.
Just why? How do people eat this? And then you have RFK Jr. We can scroll down. It's like, yeah, you can see it. I'm not reading it out. You guys can read it for yourselves. Bro, this is this guy's whole account. But like, then it's like, this doesn't look bad. I have to say, this doesn't look bad. This looks like real food. We got some collard greens here. We got some meat. We got some mac and cheese. Like some vegetables. I was thinking the same thing, Rexus. This is how so many people feel. It's just like, we are holding society up, so basically morbidly obese black women can just eat this kind of slop. That's what it feels like for so many people. This guy's trying to play it off, but it's like, I can fucking tell. It's like, no, he's fucking coping and seething right now. Bro. This is what our tax dollars are used for. Fucking look at this. Bro's a fucking chocolate guy from New Schizo Theory. This is actually a right-wing psyop engineered to exterminate the dumbest and fattest of the blacks, and I'm loving it. Bro! And then I'm not the only one who's thinking, your taxes at work. I'll give this a like, because why the fuck not? That's exactly what I've been thinking the whole time. Bro.
What the hell is this?
What am I looking at? It's like noodles and hot Cheetos and at least the is that bacon or ham? If it's bacon, you gotta fucking cook that shit. Oh my goodness. Oh my fucking goodness.
Let's make 5
cotton candy chicken wings. What?
energy chicken wings. I was craving.
No, it's all. Wait, nope, no, no, she's not white. It's like some, I don't know what that is. A Maramut? I think that's an Maramut.
Cotton candy and chicken wings, so why not combine them? I marinated my wings in buttermilk with blue and pink food coloring. Colorful chicken wings just taste so much better. Then I baked them until they were crispy. For the sauce, I mixed sugar with Favor Energy cotton candy flavor. It tastes just like cotton candy and makes the perfect addition to a sweet wing sauce. I added some cotton candy and more food coloring.
Cotton candy? I added some cotton candy and poured it on my Goislop concoction, cotton candy. Dreamweaver. Okay, looks like this is just a shit post. Your head hurts. Yeah, my two brains hurt too, man. But I gotta trudge through this.
Then coated the wings in that delicious cotton candy sauce and got them all lathered up. These wings are protein packed, super fun, and will keep you energized.
Fucking disgusting, man. Ugh. Oh, no. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. We're gonna get to our last post of the night, the most political part of this, actually. There's a reason why I tagged this under politics and not just chatting. Things are gonna get really edgy when I get back. Okie dokie, I am back. So now let's get into our final post of the night. And there's a lot of fun words that I can't say on here. So Let's give it a read. I'll put on the Kmart music again. Kmart wave music. Alright, I should take a sip of water first. Black people are more biologically suited to the chemical conditions of modern existence than any other race on Earth. They're super mutants built to exert intense displays of force, speed, and violence, while their bodies run on the most putrid swill imaginable. Black people will eat sour sugar-coated cornstarch shards and jelly melon Kool-Aid syrup cubes, waylaying the incumbent waves of sugar rushes through a perpetually sustained train of an engine of weed smoke in their lungs that enhances their genetically granted subhuman IQ sloggery. Already a very, very strong start to this beautiful post right here. I remember listening to Aiden and Spoon read this, and I was like, okay, I know for a fact I am going to be reading something like this in the future. But it's like, yeah, this is way too common in black culture. It just is. It just is. Especially the weed part. Holy shit. There's only I think there's only like very few I know who don't smoke weed. Like one of my best friends, he doesn't smoke weed. The core of their being is a series of biochemical tornadoes, all canceling each other out into a chaotic stillness. Their hormone system is a nitroglycerin bomb that vibrates in unsettling anticipation for the most minor sensory input to trigger them into caving in an elderly retiree's skull into the corner of a trash bin at McDonald's. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's been happening for ages now. It's just, you know, all the euphemisms they say to try to prevent people from noticing the pattern that blacks are way more likely to commit violent crime than whites on a per capita basis. Black people eat styrofoam and Crisco while packing their kids' lunches with sour Skittles and cornflour dust. They'll grow up eating nothing but candy, maturing into 6-foot-tall ogres at age 13. Much like slaves could pick cotton all day on a diet of pig guts and crawdads cooked inside a dirt hole for 14 hours straight, the modern black will pour an entire tub of sugar, salt, and grapeseed oil into their gullet before exerting themselves expeditiously. There are D-line tackles on college football teams that regularly exert the daily Newton output of an industrial hammer mill, fueled entirely by blue Gatorade, Nutter Butters, and spicy dust sunflower seeds. That's crazy to think about, man. That is genuinely really crazy to think about. Like, despite the diets, still they are capable of such brute force. Beyond the taste, the vibrant colors suggest a childlike essence to their impulses, an eternal shape store out of the foods they eat, like a parade of Waggy Wonkas bedazzling their world in a technicolor fiesta of artificial flavoring. Divorced from any ancestral connection to their already pre-civilization bare mud culture, black people have borrowed the fruits of industrialization to invent something completely new beyond any scope of comprehension. Black culture and its symbiosis of artificial elements and consumer products represents a natural organism completely adapting and thriving in the conditions of a post-industrial society. Rather than fighting against the entropy of biological health, they accelerate their own life cycles into rapidly dying and reproducing. Well, gee whiz, no wonder why they have so many kids out of wedlock. There's a reason why, you know, people say they breed like rabbits. Each wave of deaths induced through diabetes, gunshot wounds, crashed cars, heart disease, and prison stabbings slowly erodes against the barriers until they reach a state of equilibrium. They're much like orcs, consciously weaving through the limitations of normal human beings and carving out a niche of constant suffering and joy in abrupt oscillations. As much as we despise the level of disruption they cause in society, their turbulence causes an extreme level of striving necessity that creates a new element of culture. I would actually call this whole thing anti-culture. It's like, you're not really making anything new. It's new in the sense of novelty, but it's not revolutionary. Like, ultimately, outside of this fad, how long is this fad gonna last for? Another week? Inventions, real inventions, have lasted much longer than weeks. They last for years. I mean, just take a look at the light bulb. That's still being used to this day. It was such a pivotal invention. But pineapple Kool-Aid? Pineapple Kool-Aid. Or, you know, pineapple spears drenched in Kool-Aid. That's a novelty. That's a fucking novelty. That's not gonna revolutionize society. It's a tell that, well, clearly there's fraud in the welfare system. They'll continue to slobber over pustules of aspartame coated pork fat and guzzle cough medicine. Fuck, I forgot to show off the walk wings. I forgot to show off the walk wings, guys. You know, chicken wings drenched in cough syrup. And guzzle cough medicine sewer runoff, sprinting and hollering the entire time on all fours to climb 20-foot tall fences while being chased by the police. They'll gather... I need to get another sip of water. This is a very lengthy post. They'll gather and howl and bluster and burn, exploding in a great societal supernova to beat their chest over the ashes of Western civilization, corn syrup and Jolly Rancher malt liquor coursing through their veins. A brief reveal, celebrating something they don't understand, ignorant to the dark storm cloud of Chinese slaughter cruelty and mestizo turbo violence pesticide coming from both flanks to eradicate them from modern existence. And yes, we live in a society of excess, and excess is a sign of societal collapse. Indeed, Rexus, indeed. Absolutely. Kind of repeating what I've said throughout the stream, but hey, that's good to reiterate the point. And as is true for all fallen opponents in history, the traces of their spirit will reside on in the cultures that to replace them. A chunk of pineapple marinated in strawberry sugar as part of a 50-spice pot of boiling oil stew, a grunting ebonic element nestled into caveman gurgled Spanglish, something not quite Asian, not quite white, not fully brown, neither human nor animal, embedded with wires stained in smoke. A shambler of the technopocalypses, sifting through the piles of circuitry to rip gold flakes out for salvage. A modern human in a time beyond your great-grandchildren, R-type favela warrior jumbled beyond the comprehension of you or your fellow ancestors as you look down on him running, crawling, hiding, and evading killbots and acid rain. He chops a rat's head off before sprinkling gunpowder and chili flakes on its barely cooked carcass. He rips bits of its flesh, with fingers scarred by flechette-applied micro RFID chips, stuffing morsels of meat into a purple grape-flavored radioactive sugar stimulant, right after he stuffs it into a bare-toothed mouth under an unshielded sun. You, as his observant ancestor, hear the ritualistic grace litany of his age and time. Debiga, debitur. Raspberry Kool-Aid lemonade pineapples with berry blast waffles and hot Cheeto wings. It's a shame you can't interact with this post anymore. It's absurdly based. And then into the memory hole says, "Oh my goodness, every line. This must be what it feels like for an Enwa to eat from the Enwa jar." And then Emily Yukis writes, "This is why Alex Karp is able to consume liters upon liters of plain icing every day and still functions as a CEO." Woo-wee! But what can we get from all this, right? What can we get from this? Well, aside from the fact that we're totally fucked, This is, if black culture were to die off right now, this is what it would be remembered for. Not the Harlem Renaissance. Not any, you know, not them being able to participate in our society and integrate properly as they once did before the government decided to give the black community crack. No, not that. This is what will be remembered. This is what will be remembered of black culture if it were to die right here and now. Dibbiga, dabbida. That's all that will be remembered. Alrighty. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Horse Bonanza was quite... I'm just gonna basically wrap up with, I'm also gonna wrap up with this little speech I have about Horse Bonanza. I have to thank every single one of you who stopped by in the streams this week and all the, and just all the support I've been getting. I really appreciate every single bit of it. I really do. And I look forward to keeping you guys entertained and all that fun stuff, you know? There's gonna be more fun stuff coming down the line. But for now, we're gonna be getting back to normal here, so to speak. I think, okay, so now let's get to what I have planned for next week. So next week we're gonna start Klonoa 2 and probably finish Klonoa 2 on Monday and Wednesday. And then Friday I'm gonna have a special guest come on for the next episode of Lolcow Spotlight. You guys will find out who it's gonna be on tomorrow. But with all that said, thank you guys for watching what is essentially a lengthy bonus segment. You guys all have a fantastic night. But before I go, I am going to see my Twitch dashboard, if I can raid out to anybody. No, it's just me. But hey, we reached 65 followers on Twitch. That's cool. Anyways, you guys all have a good night now, alright?